All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was just going through some of these applications, and there are so many applications, so many resumes. These are just some of the people that I've helped, and there are thousands of people applying to airlines, thousands of resumes being sent out, and they're electronic applications, and they all tend to look exactly the same, yeah? 3,500 hours of flight experience, got a degree, flown a little bit of IFR, a little bit of VFR, some cross country, some PIC, some SIC, twin time, a little bit of turbine time, lives in America, and yeah, maybe volunteers for one thing. So they often will say something like this: tell me something we don't know about you based on your application. Now, I have done another video on this that's called Tell Me What's Not on Your Resume, which is very similar, but I thought I'd go over it again because for regional airlines, this is a very popular question. Because they want to give you an opportunity to sell yourself. Yeah, this is the sales point. It's basically asking, why should we hire you? So what are you going to say? Okay, you could say these things. You could say, well, I enjoy board sports, which I do. I love to surf. I love to skateboard. I like to wakeboard, and I like to snowboard. Anything with a board, I'm on board with, if you will. Oh, see what I just did? All right, that's not necessary. So you could do extracurricular activity. You could say, well, I like to help other people. A big part of my job is this charity I work for, or this organization I work for. But theoretically, that probably should be on your resume and your application, because that's an important part of your personality and of your daily operation that you should be telling them about. So that should already be on there. Things that you got to avoid, things that are touchy, like well, I like to drive fast a lot, so I get a lot of tickets, or I'm in a beer drinking competition every weekend. So you obviously don't want to do anything like that, anything that seems untoward. So what is it about you that is not said on the application? Well, it doesn't really tell them about your dedication and what your idea, your concept of being a professional pilot is, right? It tries to, your application, but your application is very dry and it has no emotion. So what you really need to do in this situation is kind of add in emotion. And in airline parlance, we call this passion, right? We have a passion for aviation. Well, what does a passion for aviation mean? A passion for aviation means that you're going to continue to be involved in aviation even if everything is taken away from you. Your good job, your high pay, your retirement, the airplane you were flying, the base you were assigned to, even the airline that you were working for goes bankrupt. You're going to continue to build on your professionalism as a professional aviator. This is passion for something. There is some body of motivational speaking that tries to determine what you should be doing with your life, and they ask a couple of questions. One, if you won a lottery with a lot of money in it, what would you do with yourself? Number two, if you knew you could not fail, what would you try? And number three, if you didn't have to worry about money anymore, what would you engage in? Now, some people would say, well, I would love to travel the earth, and visit all the cultures and learn more about people, and that's true, right? Or some people like, I would start a charity. I would start a charity to solve this problem, right? So if you kind of think in that regard, if you had enough money, how would you move forward in aviation? What would you be doing? Why is aviation important to you? This is what's not on your application. If you asked me this question, I would say, what's not on my application is I have a deep desire and a love for this endeavor called aviation. I believe that it requires an enormous variety of skill sets, and that skill set requires dedication, study, and application of every talent and all my energy. And the reward of articulating this well is really evident. People can see a safe and effective aviator because they can see unsafe and ineffective aviators. But what I love about aviation that's not on my application is that I enjoy the challenge of it. I know that it takes problem-solving skills, which are evolved over time, of making good decisions and bad decisions and reflecting on those decisions so that the next day I'm a better aviator, I make better decisions, and I can solve problems better. It means that I have to cooperate and collaborate with others, members of my team, and the interaction between people is super difficult. It's super difficult to do it well. It's really easy to upset somebody, to criticize them and have that criticism taken negatively. And it is so rewarding to get people to respond positively to what you want accomplished, your mission, and being a real good leader. And that collaboration and teamwork, when that's done well, that's really rewarding. And flying requires that. The basic hand-eye coordination, it just, you can see people who fly well who don't fly well. And it's that continuous application of personal discipline to do the thing absolutely correct every time that never gets boring, and that challenge of articulating that is something that I feel I'm good at. And I feel that I can continually get better at the actual physical handling of the aircraft if I just try to discipline myself in not accepting airspeed deviations, glide slope deviations. And it becomes a struggle to become more safe and to operate in the center of the safety envelope rather than any of the edges. Just stay right in the center. Also, being disciplined enough to try to accomplish the ambitions and missions of other people, namely the company. Most people don't want to do that. I think I'm unique in the fact that I revere that. I revere the opportunity to be a member of a team and to be a leader of the team. And that means knowing that company's mission and being able to define that mission, articulate it to other people, and apply my talents and skills and experience to accomplishing that mission. So look at how many skill sets are required to be a professional aviator. And I think it's reflected in our compensation. At this airline, at your airline, you compensate your professionals highly. And it's one of the reasons why I want to work here, there's no doubt. But what it doesn't say on my application, it doesn't demonstrate the passion and my mindset of just becoming a better aviator every day. And if I had all the money that I ever needed, this is what I would choose to continue to pursue. I would probably have my own airplanes. I would probably maybe even try to be a member of a flying team. Even if I didn't have, and if I didn't need the money, I would probably be helping other people get involved, which I do now at AirJobBoss. But okay, so describe to them the emotion and the passion you have and describe why. And the reason why is because it takes a lot of skills and you enjoy working on those skills. And you can never be a perfect aviator. There is not one flight that you walk away from that you say, well, I can improve on that. Every professional pilot knows that no matter how old you get, you are continuously striving to become better at what you do, more safe, more efficient, and deliver higher qualities of customer service at any airline on any one given day. Okay, that's a suggestion. You could go that you just like to golf a lot, and that's not on your resume, especially if you know that that company has an excellent golf team and they want members for their golf team. Okay. Anyway, that gives you a little bit of suggestion. I'm going to keep this one relatively brief if you get this question. Also, look at my other one on tell us what's not on your resume. It's relatively the same, but a little different catch on it, a little bit different look at it. Thank you so much. This is AirJobBoss TV, and we'll see you on the next video.